Hi, my name is Amanda Dee. Welcome to BeMoreYogic.com. For today's class, we are going to work through a creative flow sequence that will tackle the hamstrings. We will also encompass other parts of the body, of course. Feel free to modify up or down as you please. And if you need to take a rest, come into child's pose at any moment. So we're going to start off by coming to the back of your mat. Take hold of the end, and we're just simply going to roll the mat up. If you have a thick mat, you might roll it only halfway, otherwise all the way up to the top. Take the balls of the feet onto the roll. Keep the heels on the floor just behind the mat. Have your feet about hip distance apart. Bend the knees if the hamstrings are tight so the belly is on the thighs so you don't round in the spine. Take a deep breath in, lengthen, and then exhale, drop the head and fold forward. If you can keep the belly connected to the thighs, start to reach the sit bones up towards the ceiling. Lift through the lower belly. See if you can relax the back of the neck a little more. Take a few deep breaths in and out through the nose. You should feel this more in the lower part of the leg and the calves. Three more breaths. Inhale, 1. Exhale. Inhale, 2. Lift the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, 3. And exhale. Now bring your hands onto the mat, bend the knees, and you're going to step the left foot to the back of the mat. Well, step the left foot back. Bring the back knee down to the floor, press the hips forward, lift the heart, lift the gaze as you breathe in. As you exhale, you're going to straighten both the legs and fold forward. Bring the back knee down to the floor, press the hips forward, lift the gaze. As you exhale, straighten both the legs and fold forward. One more time, tap the back knee down, press the hips forward, lift the gaze. And as you exhale, straighten both the legs and fold forward. Now keep your legs straight, come into a flat back, reach the heart forward. Some of you might be able to lift the ball of the foot away from the mat now, taking it a little deeper into the calf. Inhale, lengthen, melt the shoulder blades on the back, and exhale, reach the heart towards the toes. Stay there. 3 breaths. Inhale, 1. Exhale, pull the right outer hip back. Inhale, 2. Exhale, 2. Take one more deep breath in. And exhaling, 3. Rebend that front knee. You're going to step your back foot forward. Bring that left foot back onto the roll. And let's take that to the other side. Step the right foot all the way back. Make sure the front knee is over the ankle as always. Tap the back knee down to the floor, press your hips forward, lift the gaze as you breathe in. As you exhale, straighten both the legs and fold forward. And again, tap the back knee down, press the hips forward, lift the gaze. Exhale, straighten both the legs and fold forward. One more time, tap the back knee down, press your hips forward, lift the gaze. And exhale, straighten both the legs and fold forward. Once again, come into a flat back, reach the heart forward. If you've got more space, lift the ball of the foot away from the mat. Take a deep breath in, pull that left outer hip back. And then exhale, lengthen and fold forward. Stay there, 3 breaths. Exhaling, 1. And again, inhale. Exhaling, 2. Roll that back and the thigh back. One more breath in. And exhaling, 3. Once again, bend the front knee. This time you're going to walk your hands forward and just step over the mat so that the heels are now on the mat. The balls of the feet are on the floor. You want your feet as wide as the outer edges. Bring your bottom down into squat. Take the tip of the elbows to the inner thighs rather than the shoulders, which will round the spine. So you want to keep the spine elongated. Press the inner thighs open, thumbs towards the heart, and then press the heart through. Squeeze your knees around the arms so your inner thighs are energized and engaged. Close your eyes. Soften the forehead, soften the jaw. Take a few full deep breaths into the body. Take a moment to set your intention for your practice today. If you like to work with an intention, it can be anything. Maybe coming back to gratitude for everything around you. And always remembering, whatever you focus your mind on, you bring closer to you. Now we're going to open with 3 arms. Take a deep, full breath in. Allow the eyes to slowly float open. Blink a few times to let the light in. You're going to move your weight forward just so that you can roll that mat back. And then come into your first down dog. Center of the palms as wide as the outer shoulders. Roll your inner arms forward, the outer arms back. Press down through the index fingers. Bend the knees, press your belly back towards the thighs to elongate the spine. And now reach your heels back towards the floor again, trying to get a little bit of a calf stretch. Keep the knees slightly bent. Lift through the lower belly slightly. Take a few deep breaths in and out through the nose. Maybe coming into your Ujjayi breath, the ocean sounding breath. Take one more deep breath in there. And one more deep breath out. Inhale, roll forward into plank pose. Look at your wrist creases and make sure the wrist creases are parallel to the front of the mat. The fingers are spreading evenly. Allow the shoulder blades to melt on the back as you lift through the lower ribs and lengthen the tail. Get longer through the crown of the head and take another deep breath in. As you exhale, lower your knees, bend the elbows straight back so the heart lands between the thumbs, shoulder heads lifted. Glide forward into a baby cobra, pulling yourself forward and up. Stay there, relax the shoulders away from your ears. Reach the legs back, rolling your inner thighs up, outer thighs down. Exhale, press yourself back to all fours. Tuck the toes and then press back to down dog. Step your left foot a little closer to your right foot as you inhale, lift the right leg up towards the sky, hips square. As you exhale, bring the knee towards your nose, round the spine, lift up high in your back tippy toe. Inhale, reach that right leg up and back, look slightly forward. Exhale, knee to nose, round the spine, lift your hips high. And again, inhale, lift that right leg up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. Take an extra deep breath in there to lift the hips a tiny bit higher. And then step the right foot between your hands. Front knee over your ankle, lower your back knee down to the floor. Huck your thumbs forward and up, bringing your arms alongside your ears. Come out of the pose slightly, draw the sides of the waist back, lengthen through the tail, squeeze your outer hips in. Now keep hold of that as you press your hips all the way forward. Inhale, lift up through your lower back, shoulders away from your ears, exhale, melt back. And again, inhale, lift up through the middle back, get a little longer, ears in line with the arms, exhale, melt back. One more time, inhale, reach up taller. And exhale, melt back. Circle the arms back and down as you breathe in, tuck the back toes. Exhale, straighten both the legs and fold forward. Come into a flat back as you inhale, ground down the back heel. Heel toe that front foot in line with the arch of the back foot. Bring the back of the right hand to the inner calf and lift the left arm up towards the sky into triangle pose, Trikonasana. Pull the outer right hip back. Roll your inner thigh forward, the outer thigh back. Look up towards your top hand. Stay there, 3 more breaths in. Press the big toe mound down in the front. Inhale for 2. Lean the heart back, lean the head back. Inhale for 3. And exhale. On the next inhalation, you're going to bring your left arm alongside your ear. You might lift up a little higher. Exhale the right arm alongside your ear. A little micro bend in that front knee. Inhale, spiral to look up towards the sky. And as you exhale, bring your hands to prayer in front of the heart. And again, inhale, left arm. Exhale, right arm. Inhale, spiral to look up. And exhale, hands to prayer. And again, inhale, left arm. Exhale, right arm. Spiral to look up, breathe in. And hands to prayer, breathe out. You're going to stand all the way up as you inhale. Come into warrior 2, track that front knee over your little toe. Roll the left inner thigh back. Wrap your right sit bone underneath you. Make sure you're not pressing your hips forward. You want to draw the hips back and then lift through the lower belly so the tail lengthens. Now look straight down the middle finger. Stay there, 3 breaths. Breathing out, 1. Knee over the ankle, 2 breaths. Draw the shoulder blades on the back. Last one. Pressing down through the outer back heel. Now you're going to reverse your warrior, lift the right arm up and back as you breathe in. Keep bending through that front knee, checking it over the little toe. As you exhale, I want you to heel toe the back foot in a little closer. Now see if you can glide into this rather than jumping. Coming into Ardha Chandrasana, you can bring your right hand onto a block if you have a block handy, or fingertips to the floor. Lift the left arm up towards the sky. Roll the outer right hip back, and then you want to concave the belly back so you're not sinking into the hip joint. Look up towards the sky. Stay there. Reach through the back heel. 3 more breaths in. Breathing out, 1. Lean the head back. 2 breaths. Neutral rotation in that top leg. Last one. Ooh. And exhaling, 3. Bring your left hand down to the floor. Try to square the hips. Take a deep breath in, reach the heart forward. And as you exhale, lift through the left inner thigh as you reach the heart towards the floor. Feel like you're pressing your right foot down into the ground as you suck the top leg into its socket. Lift through the lower belly slightly once again so you're not sinking into the hip joint. Relax the head. Standing split, 3 breaths. Breathing out, 1. Roll the inner thigh up to the sky, 2 breaths. Exhale, 2. Take 1 more deep breath in. And exhaling, 3. Now coming into supported warrior 3, I want you to walk your hands forward so your fingertips are underneath the shoulders. Once again, it's important that the hips are square. Press through the back heel and then melt the heart through. Get a little longer through the spine. Take a deep breath in. Now as you exhale, you're going to tap your left knee to your nose round the spine deeply like a cat spine. Inhale, reach that left leg back, press through the heel, pull the heart forward, lower belly lifts. Exhale, knee to nose round the spine. And again, inhale, reach that left leg back, press through the heel, hips square. Exhale, knee to nose round the spine. Now step your feet together, take a deep breath in. And then exhale, fold forward over both your legs, knees a little soft so you don't hyperextend the joints. Reverse one, dive up to standing, breathe in. Reach up tall, press the palms, look up to the thumbs. Exhale, prayer to heart. Now you're going to move the weight into your left foot. Draw your right knee into your belly and interlace the fingers behind the back of the hamstring. Pull that right leg back and then point through the toe. As you exhale, you're going to press the right heel forward, dropping the right hip down. Bend your right knee, inhale, point the toe, keep your left leg straight. Exhale, press for the heel and extend. 2 more times, inhale. Exhale. Lift the heart 1 more time, inhale. And exhale. Bend your right knee. You're going to take your right hand to that right knee as you reach your left arm out to the left. Without lifting the right hip up, open the knee out to the side, right sit bone underneath you. If you feel really comfortable, maybe you can start to look towards that left hand. Keep lifting through the heart center. Grow taller. 3 breaths in. Breathing out, 1. 2 breaths. Exhaling, 2. Take 1 more breath in. And exhaling, 3. Bring the knee back forward, hold on to the front of the knee. Once again, don't let that left knee bend. It's going to want to bend on you. Press down through the heel. Press your right knee to the right so it doesn't crush your midline. Lift the right arm up to the sky. Grow really tall. Exhale the arm back into a twist. Once again, if you feel comfortable, maybe turning the gaze towards the back hand. Squeeze your outer hips in, 3 breaths. Breathing out, 1. 2 breaths. Press the right knee to the right a little more. Last 1. And exhaling, 3. Really nice. Come back forward, hug the right knee into your belly. And step the right foot down about sit bone distance apart, about a fist distance. Hook your thumbs, bend the knees for a moment. Now straighten through the legs, lift through the heart, find a back bend. Try not to push your hips forward, arms in line with the ears. As you exhale, you're going to fold forward, interlace the fingers behind the back, right index finger on top. Bend the knees, inhale, look forward, draw the shoulder blades on the back. Exhale, fold forward, keep the shoulders away from the ears as the fist reaches over. And again, bend the knees, inhale, look forward, heart open. Exhale, straighten and fold. Bend the knees, inhale, look forward. Now stay here, move the weight into your right foot. Exhale, lift your left knee into your belly. Keep the shoulders in line with the hips as you extend the left leg back into warrior 3. The same as you did earlier on, try to drop that left hip down. Roll the inner thigh up towards the ceiling. Press your right foot into the floor as you plug your left leg into the socket. Look slightly forward. See if you can lift the fist up off the bottom. 2 more breaths in. Breathing out, 1. Last 1. Breathing out 2. Slightly bend the front knee, reach your arms forward, and gracefully step back. High lunge. Straighten the front leg once you arrive as you breathe in. Keep the arms reaching up as you exhale, lower the back knee all the way to the floor. Draw your lower ribs in, take a deep breath in. And now take it into a side bend, either right hand onto the right hip, or some of you can reach the fingertips down towards the floor. Bring the left arm close to the face, and then look up under the armpit. 3 breaths. Left hip forward, right hip back. 2 breaths. Exhale, find a little bit of a back bend in the heart. Last one. Exhaling 3. Bring your hands down to the floor, spread the fingers wide. Press back to down dog on the exhalation. Come forward into plank pose, inhale, look forward. Lower down knees, chest, chin, shoulder heads lifted. Glide forward into cobra spine, pull the heart forward and up. Exhale, press back to down dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up and back, hips square. Exhale, knee to nose, round the spine, lift your hips high. Inhale, lift the left leg up and back, press through the heel. Exhale, knee to nose, round the spine. And again, inhale the left leg up and back. Exhale, knee to nose, round the spine. Stay there for breath in, lift the hips higher. Lightly step the foot between the hands. Knee over the ankle, tap the back knee down. Hook your thumbs the opposite way if you can remember, and bring the arms up alongside the ears. Come out of the pose slightly, draw the sides of the waist back. Squeeze the outer hips in, and now press the hips all the way forward. Inhale through the lower back, get longer, and exhale, melt back. Arms in line with the ears, inhale through the middle back. And exhale, melt back. One more, inhale, reach up. And exhale, melt back. Circle the arms back and down as you breathe in, tuck your back toes. Exhale, straighten both the legs and fold forward. Come into a flat back, breathe in. Ground down the back heel for Trikonasana, triangle pose. Heel toe the front foot in line with the arch of the back foot. Bring the back of the left hand to the inner calf so you're not leaning into the leg, and lift the right arm up. Lift all 5 toes up in your front foot, pressing down through the big toe mound, and bring that left sit bone underneath you. Look up towards the top hand. If it's too much in the neck, just keep looking to the side wall. Stay there. 3 breaths. Breathing out 1. Micro bending your front knee. Inhale. Exhale 2. Last one. And exhaling 3. Bring your right arm alongside your ear again. If you need to lift a little higher, lift a little higher. Exhale, left arm alongside your ear. Spiral to look up, breathe in. Hands to pair at the heart, breathe out. And again, inhale, right arm. Exhale, left arm. Spiral to look up, breathe in. Hands to prayer. One more, inhale. Exhale. Spiral to look up. Hands to prayer. Lift yourself up right as you breathe in. Warrior 2, track the front knee over your little toe. Wrap your left sit bone underneath you. Once again, try not to push the hips forward, so you don't want to press into that hip flexor. So hips slightly back, lower belly lifts, tail lengthens. Look forward, squeeze the legs in. Stay there, 3 breaths. Breathing out, 1. 2 breaths. Exhaling, 2. Press through the outer back foot, last one. Front knee over the ankle. Keep that front knee bent as you lean back, reverse warrior, inhale. Heel toe the back foot in. And once again, see if you can glide into this pose so you're not jumping into it. Bring the left hand to a block or to the floor. Try to be on the fingertips. Roll the outer left hip back, concave the belly back. Maybe look up towards your top hand. Stay there, 3 breaths. Press the big toe mound down on your left foot. 2 breaths. Lots of energy through the back heel. Last one. Exhaling 3. Bring your right hand down to the floor, square your hips, rolling that right inner thigh up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, lengthen forward into standing split, lifting that right leg a little higher. Lift the lower belly away from the thigh just slightly. Stay there, 3 breaths. Breathing out 1. 2 breaths. Exhaling 2. Last one. Exhaling 3. Come into a flat back, coming into supported warrior 3, walking your hands slightly forward, fingertips under the shoulders, left foot underneath the hips. Pull the heart forward as you try to melt the shoulder blades on the back. Lift through the lower ribs. Get longer and longer and longer. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, right knee to your nose, bend both the knees as you round the spine. Supported warrior 3, right leg reaches back, press through the heels, hips square. Exhale, knee to nose, round the spine. And again, inhale, press through the back heel, right hip drops. Exhale, knee to nose. Step your feet together, take a deep breath in. Make sure you're in the center of your mat there. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach forward into a flat back. And exhale, fold. Soften the knees, reverse swan dive up to standing, reach up tall, look up to the thumbs. Exhale, hands to heart. Move the weight into your right foot now, spread the toes, and draw your left knee into your belly. Interlace the fingers behind the back of the hamstring and pull the left leg back. Point the left toes as you breathe in, grow taller. Exhale, press through the left heel. Bend the knee, point the toe, inhale. Exhale, press and extend. Again, inhale, bending. Exhale, extending. One more. Inhale, right leg is nice and straight, but try not to hyperextend the knee. And exhale, press through the heel. Bend the left knee, hold onto the knee with the left hand. Without hiking up the left sit bone, open the knee out to the side. Right arm can help counterbalance. Maybe looking towards the right hand if you feel balanced enough. 3 breaths. Breathing out 1. 2 breaths. Exhaling 2. Last one. Exhaling 3. Bring your left knee back forward and change hands. Try not to let the knee cross the midline. Press the left knee to the left. Reach the left arm up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, reach that left arm back. Squeeze your outer hips in, maybe looking back at the backhand. 3 breaths. Breathing out 1. 2 breaths. Exhaling 2. Last one. Exhaling 3. Come back forward, take a moment to hug the left knee in. And then step the foot down. About sit bone distance apart. Feet parallel. Hook your thumbs, bend the knees, inhale, reach up, find a back bend, lengthen through the tail. Exhale, fold, interlace the fingers, left index finger on top, fist over your head. Bend the knees, inhale, look forward, shoulder blades lift on the back. Exhale, fold. Try to squeeze the thumbs towards each other. And again, bend the knees, inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold forward. One more, inhale. Now stay there. You're going to move the weight into your left foot. Exhale, lift the right knee into your belly. Warrior 3, right leg reaches back. Keep the hips square like you did earlier on. Roll the inner thigh up towards the ceiling. Press firmly down into the standing leg. 3 breaths. Lower ribs in. 2 breaths. Lift the fist off the bottom. Exhale, 3. Last one. Can you lift the leg a little higher? Exhaling, 3. Reach the arms forward, bend the standing leg, slowly and gracefully step back. High lunge, straighten the front leg as you arrive. Keep the arms reaching up as you lower the back knee all the way down to the floor. Take a deep breath in to take the back bend out of the lower back. Exhale, side bend over to the left, hand on the hip, or again, as you did before, fingertips to the floor. Bring the right arm close to the ear, look up under the armpit, palm face down. 3 breaths. Breathing out, 1. 2 breaths. Right hip forward, left hip back. Last one. Bring your hands around the foot as you breathe in. Spread the fingers. Step back to down dog. Inhale, roll forward into plank pose, look forward. Maybe this time lower knees, chest, chin all at once so they touch down the same time. Glide forward into cobra, breathe in. Press back to down dog, breathe out. Take a few deep breaths there. Try to breathe into the front, the sides, the back of the body. Now let's see if we can flow through that. 1 breath per movement. Inhale, lift the right leg up and back, hips square. Exhale, knee to nose, round the spine. Inhale, lift that right leg up and back. Exhale, lightly step the foot between your hands. Knee over the ankle, tap the back knee down. Hook your thumbs forward and up, crescent lunge. Circle the arms back and down, straighten through both the legs and fold forward. Come into a flat back as you breathe in, ground down the back heel. Open up to triangle pose as you exhale. Left arm alongside your ear, breathe in. Exhale, right arm alongside your ear, breathe out. Spiral to look up, inhale. Hands to prayer at the heart, exhale. 2 more times. Inhale, left arm. Exhale, right arm. Spiral to look up, breathe in. Hands to prayer, breathe out. 1 more time. Left arm, right hip back, right arm. Look up. Hands to prayer. Stand all the way up as you inhale. Find Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior, bend that front knee a little more. Exhale, glide into Ardha Chandrasana. Exhale, 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 exhale. Take a deep breath in to expand. And then exhale, standing split, square your hips, lift that left inner thigh a little higher. Come into a flat back as you breathe in. Exhale, knee to nose, round the spine. Step the feet, sit bone distance apart, breathe in, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Soften the knees, reverse swan dive up to standing, inhale. Hands to prayer at the heart, exhale. Bend the knees, hug the thumbs, dive up, inhale, lengthen the tail, find a back bend at the top. Exhale, fold, interlace the fingers behind the back, right index finger on top. Bend the knees, inhale, look forward, shoulder blades on the back. Exhale, lift that left knee into your belly. Reach back to Warrior 3 as you breathe in. Stay there, square your hips, breathe out. Slowly step back to high lunge. Once you arrive, inhale, straighten your front leg. Lift the arms up. Exhale, lower the back knee all the way to the floor. Side bend to the right, inhale. And exhale, look up. Hands to the floor, breathe in, spread the fingers. Press back to down dog, breathe out. Come forward into plank pose, inhale. Now stay there, shoulder blades on your back. Look slightly forward, move the weight forward onto the tippy toes. Bend the elbows straight back without pinching the elbows in. Glide forward into upward dog, ground down through the inner palms. Press back to down dog. Inhale the left leg up to the sky, hips square. Core plank, knee to nose, round the spine. Inhale the left leg up and back, press through the heel. Lightly step the foot between the hands. Knee over the ankle, lower the back knee down to the floor, huck your thumbs forward and up, crescent lunge. Circle the arms back and down, straighten through both the legs and fold forward. Come into a flat back, round down the back heel. Open up to triangle pose as you exhale. Right arm alongside your ear, breathe in. Left arm alongside your ear, breathe out. Spiral to look up, inhale. Hands to prayer at the heart. Right arm, inhale. Left arm, exhale. Spiral to look up, breathe in. Hands to breath, breathe out. One more time, inhale, right arm. Left arm, exhale. Spiral, look up. Hands to prayer. Stand all the way up as you inhale. Find warrior two, track the front knee over your little toe. Reverse warrior, lean back, inhale. Glide into Ardha Chandrasana. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Take a deep breath in to expand the pose, concave the belly back. Standing split, drop that right hip down, pull the head to the floor. Come towards a flat back as you inhale. Knee to nose, bend both the knees and round. Step the feet, sit bone distance apart. Inhale, lengthen forward. Exhale, fold. Reverse one, dive up to standing. Inhale. Hands to prayer at the heart. Huck the thumbs the opposite way, dive up, find that back bend. Arms in line with the ears. Exhale, fold, interlace the fingers, left index finger on top. Bend the knees, inhale, shoulder blades on the back, flat back. Right knee lifts into the belly as you exhale. Virabhadrasana 3, inhale. Stay there, drop the right hip down. Step slowly back, high lunge. Once you arrive, straighten through the front leg, arms up. Lower the back knee all the way to the floor, lower ribs in. Side bend to the left, inhale. And exhale. Hands to the floor, breathe in. Step back to down dog, breathe out. Glide forward to plank pose, inhale, look slightly forward. Chaturanga, shoulders no lower than the elbows. Push the toes back, upward dog, inhale. Roll over the toes, down dog, exhale. Stay there, 3 breaths. Breathing out, 1. 2 breaths. Exhaling, 2. Last one. Exhaling, 3. Walk your feet just slightly forward, bring the inner feet to touch. Bend the knees, look forward, shoulder blades on the back. Now take a few attempts to jump up into L-shaped handstand. Landing with bent knees every time, look forward. Hop the feet between your hands. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees and slowly roll up for 5, 4, belly in. 3, drop the head. 2, and 1. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Hands to prayer at the heart. Take a few deep breaths just to notice. Come back to the moment. Lift the arches of the feet. Press firmly into the earth, get taller. Shoulder blades on your back. Moving into sun salutations, Namaskara A. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. Press through the thumbs, look up. Exhale, swan dive and fold forward over the legs. Come into a flat back. Inhale, prepare. Jumping or step back, chaturanga. Shoulders no lower than the elbows. Push the toes back, upward dog. Press back to down dog as you exhale. 5 breaths. Inhale, 1. Exhaling. Inhale for 2. Exhale. Inhale for 3. Exhale. 4 breaths. Exhale. Last one. Bring your inner feet to touch. Bend the knees, look forward, shoulder blades on the back. Float forward. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, pull yourself forward. Reverse swan dive up to standing. Inhale. Hands to prayer at the heart. Exhale. And again, inhale, reach up, lengthen. Lower ribs in. Swan dive and fold forward on the breath out. Come into a flat back. Inhale. Jumping or step back. Chaturanga. Upward dog or cobra. Press back to down dog as you exhale. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhaling, 2. Inhale. Exhaling, 3. Inhale. Exhaling, 4. Last one. Exhaling, 5. Bring your inner feet to touch. Bend the knees, look forward. Float yourself forward. Come into a flat back as you inhale. Folding forward on the exhale. Reverse swan dive on the inhale. Hands to prayer at the heart. One more. Inhale, reach up, lengthen. Exhale, swan dive and fold forward. Come into a flat back, lengthen. Jumping or stepping back, chaturanga. Upward dog or cobra. Down dog, pressing back. Inhale. Exhaling, 1. Inhale. Exhaling, 2. Inhale. Exhaling, 3. Inhale. Exhaling, 4. One more. Exhaling, 5. Bring your inner feet to touch. Bend the knees. Look forward. Hop your feet forward. Come into a flat back as you inhale. Fold forward as you exhale. Reverse swan dive up to standing. Breathe in. Hands to prayer at the heart. Breathe out. Take your feet a little wider. Try to have your feet a little more parallel. Come into squat pose. If you find that you're rounding back, then just allow the heels to lift. Press the tip of the elbows. Pull the heart through. Just take a moment here to breathe. Take your hands down to the floor. Straighten through the legs. Heel toe the feet together, so the feet touch, a little space between the heels. Spread your toes wide, now bend your knees and bring your arms up alongside your ears. Look down past the knees and just make sure that you can see your toes. Sit a little lower. Lift through the lower belly, outer hip squeeze in. Move the arms back behind the ears so the heart lifts. Reach through the pinky finger. Soften the shoulders. Utkatasana chair pose, 3 more breaths in. Breathing out, 1, 2 breaths. Exhaling, 2. Last one. As you exhale, you're going to lift that right knee into your belly. Once again, you can interlace your fingers behind the hamstring or take yogic toe lock. Take a moment to straighten through the left leg. Lift through the heart, lifting that knee a little higher. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, start to straighten through that right leg. Maybe the leg straightens all the way. Push the toe into the fingers and pull the arm back. Lift through the heart. Straighten through the left leg. It's going to want to bend on you. 3 breaths. Breathing out, 1, 2 breaths. Exhaling, 2. Last one. Exhaling, 3. Holding onto the knee or keeping hold of the big toe. Open the leg out to the side, left arm to counterbalance. Drop that right sit bone underneath you. Stay there, maybe looking towards the left hand. 3 breaths. Breathing out, 1, 2 breaths. Exhaling, 2. Last one. Exhaling, 3. Bring the leg back forward, again holding onto the outer knee or the foot, depending on the flexibility of the hamstrings. Press the right leg to the right, straighten through the left leg, reach your right arm up. Reach the arm back behind you, drop the right sit bone. 3 breaths. Breathing out, 1, 2 breaths. Exhaling, 2. Last one. Exhaling, 3. Slowly come back into Utkatasana chair pose, breathe in. Exhale, left knee into your belly. Interlace the fingers behind the hamstrings or take yogic toe lock. Straighten through the right leg, move the hip creases slightly back and lift through the lower belly. Maybe start to straighten the leg forward, maybe it straightens all the way. Pull the left arm back into its socket. Lift the heart, 3 breaths. Breathing out, 1, 2 breaths. Exhaling, 2. Last one. Exhaling, 3. Holding onto that left knee or keeping hold of the big toe, open the leg out to the side, right arm counterbalances. Ooh. Drop the left sit bone underneath you. Try to straighten through the right leg, maybe looking towards your right hand. 3 breaths. Breathing out, 1, 2 breaths. Exhaling, 2. Last one. Exhaling, 3. Bring that left leg forward, holding onto the knee or the outside of the foot. Reach the left arm up. Reach the arm back behind you. Press your left knee or foot to the left, dropping the left sit bone. Once again, lift the heart, straighten the right leg. 3 breaths. Breathing out, 1, 2 breaths. Exhaling, 2. Last one. Exhaling, 3. Come back forward, Utkatasana chair pose. Exhale, swan dive and fold forward. Inhale to a flat back. Jumping or stepping back, chaturanga. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Inhale, lift the right leg up behind you, hips square. Step the foot only halfway forward. Now remember, if this is too much for you, you can step the right foot all the way forward and come straight into warrior one, no worries. Move the shoulders over your wrists, look forward, lift the left leg. Some of you, if you're going for it, going to take a few little attempts at hopping up. Keep looking forward. Squeeze the right leg into the belly, right foot forward, left foot back. Have about fist distance between the inner heels. Now raise up to warrior one. Find Venus lock above your head. Reach through the index finger knuckles. Plug the arms into the sockets. Bend that front knee right over the ankle. Roll your left inner heel back, left inner calf back, left inner thigh back to wrap that left hip forward. Look up. 3 breaths. Breathing out 1. 2 breaths. Exhaling 2. Last 1. Exhaling 3. Inhale, straighten through that front leg. And then exhale, open to warrior 2, moving the front heel now in line with the arch of the back foot. Knee over the ankle. Reverse warrior as you breathe in. Side angle pose, elbow to the thigh, left arm alongside your ear. Keep that front knee bent. And again, inhale, reverse warrior, lean back, press through the outer back heel. Exhale, side angle pose. Inhale, reverse warrior, lean back. And elbow to the thigh, side angle pose. Take your left hand to your left hip. Move the hip crease back. Concave the belly back, and that should give you a little bit more space to bring your fingertips either to a block or to the inner heel. Prise the front knee open, wrap your right sit bone underneath you, but once again without pushing your hips forward. Hip flexes slightly back, lower belly moves back. Reach the left arm alongside your ear, look up under the armpit, lean the heart back, lean the head back. Take a few deep breaths. Inhale 1. Exhaling. Inhale for 2. Exhaling. Shoulder away from your ear, last 1. Inhale for 3. And exhale. Bring your hands down to the floor. Lift off the back heel and come into 3-legged dog on the inhalation. Exhale, knee to nose, round the spine, shoulders over your wrist. Now extend your right leg back in the air, keeping the shoulders over the wrist. 3-legged plank. Press into your fingertops. Exhale, lower. 3-legged chaturanga. Upward dog. If it's too much, just regular chaturanga. Down dog as you press back. Inhale, lift your left leg up to the sky. Exhale, step that left foot either all the way forward for warrior 1 or halfway forward to play with handstand. Shoulders over your wrist, gaze forward, lift the right legs. Square your hips. Take a few little hops up. Squeeze your left leg in. Step the left foot forward. Reach the right leg back, ground down through the heel. Inner heels about fist distance apart, sit bone distance apart. Raise up to warrior 1. Press through the outer back heel, look up. Roll your left inner heel back, left inner calf back, left inner thigh back to wrap that right hip forward. Stay there, 3 breaths. Breathing out 1. 2 breaths. Sideways pulls back. Last 1. Exhaling 3. Straighten through your front leg as you breathe in. Move your feet into position and open to warrior 2. Reverse warrior, front knee over the ankle. Exhale, side angle pose, right arm alongside your ear. Try not to lean into the shoulder. Inhale, reverse warrior. Side angle pose, exhale. Last one, inhale and exhale. Take your right hand onto your right hip. Slightly move the hips back, concave the belly back just a touch, and then take the fingertips down to the inner heel, maybe on a block or the floor. Don't let the knee pass the ankle. Sweep your right arm alongside your ear and look up. Lower ribs in, spiral to look up. 3 breaths. Press through the outer back heel. 2 breaths. Right shoulder away from the ear. Last one, lower ribs in, look up. Exhaling 3. Bring your hands down to the floor. 3-legged dog. Inhale, lift that left leg up and back. Exhale, knee to nose, round the spine, core plank. 3-legged plank or regular plank, look forward. Chaturanga or 3-legged chaturanga. Upward dog or cobra, breathe in. Down dog, pressing back. Inhale, lift the right leg up and back. Step forward, warrior 1, or step halfway forward. Handstand practice if you're going fit. Warrior 1, inhale, lift up. Exhale, open to warrior 2. Reverse warrior, inhale. Side angle pose, exhale. Hands to the floor, 3-legged dog, inhale. Knee to nose, round in the spine, exhale. 3-legged plank, look slightly forward. Chaturanga, exhale. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Inhale the left leg up and back. Step forward for warrior 1 or step halfway forward for handstand practice. Look forward. Take a few hops. Warrior 1, inhale. Warrior 2, exhale. Reverse warrior, inhale. Side angle pose, exhale. Hands to the floor, 3-legged dog, left leg goes up and back. Knee to nose, round. 3-legged plank or plank. Chaturanga, exhale. Up dog, round down through the inner palms. Down dog, exhale. Bring your inner feet to touch, bend the knees, look forward. Hop or float your feet forward. Flat back, breathe in. Fold forward, breathe out. Utkatasana, chair pose, arms up. Hands to prayer at the heart. Bend the knees, chair pose, inhale. Swan dive and fold, exhale. Flat back, inhale, prepare. Jumping or stepping back, chaturanga. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Inhale the right leg up and back, one more time. Step forward, warrior 1 or halfway forward. Handstand if you're going fit. Warrior 1, inhale. Warrior 2, exhale. Reverse it, breathe in. Side angle, breathe out. 3-legged dog, inhale. Knee to nose, exhale. 3-legged plank or plank. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Left leg, inhale. Warrior 1 or step halfway forward. Handstand again if you're going fit. Warrior 1. Warrior 2. Reverse it. Side angle pose. Look up. 3-legged. Knee to nose, exhale. Three-legged plank, look forward. Chaturanga. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Stay there. 5 breaths, inhale 1. Exhaling. Inhale for 2. Exhaling. 3 breaths. Breathe out. 4. Last one. Inhale, lift that right leg up and back. Open the hip, bend the knee. Circle the ankle 3 times in one direction. 3 times in the opposite direction. Square your shoulders. Re-extend the leg up and back. Now once again, step the foot between the hands. This time, bring the foot right to the middle of the hands, a little closer to the midline. Lower your back knee down, lift up all 5 toes. Now you're going to wing that right knee out to the right. Take all the wrinkles out of the inner ankle, so you're not sickling the foot. Either stay here, or some of you might be able to lower the elbows down to the floor, framing the foot. Once again, either stay here, if you can go a little deeper, tuck the back toe, lift the knee. Keep melting the heart through. 5 breaths. Breathing out 1. 4 breaths. Exhaling 4. 3 breaths. Exhale. 2 more. Last one. Lower the back knee, come up onto your hands. Ground down through that right foot. Heel toe it a little more to the left. You're going to slide your back knee forward for a seated spinal twist. Ground down through the right sit bone, and if it doesn't come down, bring the heel in front of the shin. Press the whole foot into the floor. Take your right fingertips behind you. Lengthen up through the spine, lift your left arm up to the sky. Exhale, take your twist. Elbow to the outer thigh. Inhale, lift through the heart. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Roll into the front of the sit bones so you're not rounding in your lower back. Twist a little deeper. Try not to push. Use your core. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Come back around to the front. Either counter twist, so if you want to take it to the next step, climb the right leg on top of the arm, coming into Kundanyasana. Bring yourself back. Step that right foot onto the floor, left foot steps back into low lunge. Knee over the ankle, lower the back knee down, taking it to the next step. Bring your right elbow onto the thigh, reach the left arm up and back. Some of you can bend the back knee, hold onto the inner foot, and then wrap the index finger around the base of the toes. Bend the elbow back. Square your hips forward. Move the hip creases back until the bottom touches the heel maybe. Only then press the hips all the way forward. Keep pulling back with the belly. Deep breaths. Softening the front of that thigh. Softening the quad muscle. Gently release the back foot. Pull the hips back until the front leg straightens. Slide the heel an inch forward so your hips are over the back knee. Reach through the heart. Either fold forward here, or some of you will slide the heel all the way forward, coming into Hanuman splits. If you can tuck the back toes under, tuck the back toes under. Squeeze your legs towards each other and press the legs down. Once again, pull back through the belly to protect the hamstring. 5 breaths. Inhale 1. Exhale. Inhale for 2. Exhaling. 3 breaths. And breathing out. 4. Breathing out for 4. Last one. Breathing out for 5. Spread the fingers wide, tuck the back toes. Slide the right leg up and back. 3-legged dog. Exhale, step the right foot between your hands. Bring the back knee to the floor, huck your thumbs forward and up, crescent lunge. Circle the arms back and down, straighten through both the legs and fold forward. Come into a flat back, ground down through the back heel, and then open up into triangle pose. Left arm alongside your ear, right arm alongside your ear, flare your toes, spiral to look up, hands to prayer at the heart. Stand all the way up as you inhale, warrior 2 as you exhale. Reverse warrior, lean back, inhale. Take the fingertips to a block or to the floor, left arm alongside your ear. Either stay here or take the left arm behind your back into a half bind. Roll that left shoulder blade on the back. Either stay here, try not to look down as you do this. Some of you might come into the full bind, holding onto the wrist or the fingers. Look up towards the sky. 4 breaths, inhale 1. Right sit bone underneath you. 3 breaths, hip creases back, tail lengthens. Inhale. Exhaling 3. Last one. And exhaling 4. Loosen the bind, maybe straighten through the front leg. Again, you can be in the half bind here. Lean the head back, lean the heart back, scoop the right sit bone underneath you. Now look forward. Hop the back foot in a little closer. Bring the elbow to the inner knee. Now get the right leg straight first. Look down at the floor and see if you can start to lift that left leg up into the sky. Bound Ardha Chandrasana. If you fall, no worries, come back into it. Keep playing. Sometimes it takes a few attempts to get this until the body finally understands the pose. Now once you've played with that for a few times, otherwise regular Ardha Chandrasana, you're going to step the left foot forward, release the arms, relax the head, give the legs a little wiggle. Have the feet as wide as your outer hips. Reverse swan dive up to standing, inhale, press through the palms, hands to prayer at the heart. Bend the knees, huck the thumbs, dive up, find a back bend, lengthen through the tail. Exhale, fold, interlace the fingers behind your back. Lift the shoulders away from the ear so the neck is long. Reach the fist over a little more. And again, shoulders away from your ears, little micro bend in the elbows. Fold a little deeper. Let the head go. One more. Come into a flat back, soften the knees just a touch. Take the fist to the outer right hip. Bend the knees. Reach your right arm through your legs, and once again, see if you can take that bind. Holding onto the wrist or the fingers. Bring your left foot underneath you. Now, if this doesn't work for you, you can take the options that we did at the beginning, holding onto the knee or the big toe. Look forward first, lift the gaze. Use the leg muscle to lift the leg rather than relying on the arm. Stand tall, straighten through your left leg. Either stay here or extend that right leg out to the right. Bird of paradise. 5 breaths. Breathing out 1. 4 breaths. Exhale. 3. Exhaling 3. 2 more. Stand a little taller, last one. Bend the knee, step the foot down. Inhale, reach your arms up, lengthen. Exhale, swan dive and fold. Flat back, inhale. Jumping or stepping back, chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Inhale the left leg up and back. Open the hip, bend the knee. Square your shoulders. Circle the ankle 1 time in 3 times in 1 direction. And then the opposite, 3 times. We extend the leg up and back. Step the left foot lightly between the hands. Again, more to the middle of the mat between the hands. Lower your back knee down to the floor. Lift up all 5 toes to protect the knee. Wing the knee out to the side. Take all the wrinkles out of the inner ankle. Either stay here or lower your elbows to frame that foot. Lift the back knee, pull the heart forward maybe, if you did it on the other side. Deep breaths. Lower the back knee down, come back up onto your hands. Heel toe the left foot a little bit closer to your right hand and slide your back knee forward for your seated spinal twist. Ground down through both the sit bones, especially the left one. If you can't get that sit bone down, once again bring the heel in front of the shin. Lift the right arm up to the sky, lengthen through the sideways. Elbow to the outer thigh, take your twist. Roll to the front of the sit bones, inhale, lengthen tall. Twist to look over your left shoulder. Try not to strain the neck. Inhale. So your gaze never goes past the shoulder. And again, press down into your left foot, grow a little taller. Lift Mula Bandha. Twist a little deeper. Come back to the front, either counter twisting over to the right. Either stay here if you want to take it to the next step, climb the left leg on top of the left arm, and then coming into Kundasana. Melt the heart. Come back. Step into your left foot, right leg steps back into low lunge, knee over the ankle. Lower your back knee down to the floor. Bring the left elbow on top of the left thigh. Reach your right arm up and back. Some of you can bend that back knee, hold onto the inner foot. Bring the webbing of the thumb and index finger around the base of the toes. Flare the toes back. Square the shoulders forward. Now press your bottom back towards the heel. If the heel touches the sit bone, only then press the hips forward. Stay there. Squeeze your legs towards each other. Deep breaths. Soften through that right thigh. Gently push the right foot back into the hand. Gently release the back foot without a kaplunk. Pull your hips back until the front leg straightens. Slide the heel an inch forward so your hips are over your back knee and reach the heart forward. Now you can either fold here, tuck your back toes, or slide all the way forward into your Hanuman splits, trying to keep the hips square. Notice the difference between 2 sides. Just to be aware of your body, not to judge. Suck the left leg back, the right leg forward. Pull the belly back. 5 breaths in. Press your feet into the earth. Lots of energy in the legs. 4 breaths. Exhaling 4. 3 more. Exhale. 2. Last one. Nice. Slide back to three-legged dog. Exhale, step the left foot forward between your hands. Bring the back knee to the floor, hook the thumbs forward and up, crescent lunge. Circle the arms back and down, straighten through both the legs and fold. Come into a flat back, ground down the back heel for triangle. Inhale, reach your right arm forward, lift the kneecaps. Exhale, left arm forward. Spiral to look up. Hands to prayer at the heart. Inhale, stand yourself all the way up. Warrior 2, track the front knee over your little toe. Inhale, reverse warrior, lean back. Bend through the front knee a little more. Exhale, side angle pose, fingertips to the floor, right arm alongside your ear. Take the right arm back, if you did on the other side, into a half bind. Roll the right shoulder blade on your back. Either stay here without looking down, or come into the full bind, holding onto the fingers or the right wrist. Heel toe the back foot in a tiny little bit closer, lean back, scoop the left sit bone underneath you, look up. 4 breaths. Breathing out 1. 3 breaths. Exhale, lower ribs in. 2 more. Exhaling 2. Last one, pull away from the leg. Exhaling 3. Some of you might be able to straighten through that front leg coming into a bound triangle, or again, release the lower hand into a half bound triangle. Left sit bone underneath you. Look up to the sky, lean the head, lean the heart back. Look down at the floor. Hop the back foot in a little closer. Coming into bound Ardha Chandrasana or regular Ardha Chandrasana if this is too much for your shoulders. Again, keep playing with the balance. Lift that right leg up. Try to straighten through the left leg. And if you fall, no worries. Nice. Step the back foot forward. Release the arms, release the head. Give your legs a little wiggle out. Have your feet about hip distance apart. Inhale, reverse swan dive up to standing. Press through the palms. Exhale, hands to prayer. Bend the knees, hug the thumbs, dive up, find your back bend. Exhale, fold, interlace the fingers behind the back, left index finger on top, fist over your head. Stay here, lift the shoulders away from your ears. Reach the fist over a little more. Again, squeeze through the thumb knuckles. Shoulders away from your ears. Fist over a little more. Release the back of the neck. Come into a flat back. Take your fist over to the outer left hip. Keep that right arm behind your back as you take your left hand through the legs. Bend the knees and see if you can catch the fingers. Some of you can hold onto the right wrist. Just straighten the legs, press through the inner heels. Now heel toe that right foot underneath you. If you don't have the bind, take hold of the left knee or yogic toe lock like you did earlier on. Right foot underneath you, look forward first. Once again, don't just rely on the arm to lift the leg, use the leg muscle to lift the leg. Stand tall, straighten through the right leg. Either stay here or start to extend through the left leg. Bird of paradise. 5 breaths. Breathing out 1. 4 breaths. Exhaling. 3. Try to draw the shoulder blades back. 4. Soften the forehead, the gaze. Nice. Bend the knee. And gently release. Let's do a vinyasa. Inhale, reach your arms up, lengthen. Exhale, swan dive and fold forward. Flat back, inhale, prepare. Jumping, stepping back, chaturanga. Upward dog or cobra. Down dog, pressing back. Bring your inner feet to touch. Bend the knees, look forward. Once again, take a few little hops up, trying to clap the feet together. Maybe you can do it a few times. Maybe you can hold. Bring the feet down to the outside of the hands. Come into squat pose. Take the tip of the elbows to the inner knees. Press the inner knees open. Lift through the heart. Now coming into the pose that we've been building up to, Tiki Basana. You're going to lift your hips up. Try to get your shoulders behind the back of the knees. Keep wiggling into it. Take the webbing of the thumb and the index finger behind the back of the heels. Spread the fingers. And then sit back onto the arms. Now you can either stay here. Some of you might heel toe the feet together. Try to cross at the toes. If you can take it to the next step, as the feet start to move forward, start to lift the hips higher. Pull the heart through. Squeeze the legs in, lift through the lower belly, once again to protect the hamstrings. Bring your feet back down. Release the arms. Bring the hands underneath the feet to release the wrists. After that, climb the toes right up the wrist creases. Move the weight into the ball of the foot. So you're pressing more firmer into the palms. Let the head go. Give the head a little shake, shake, shake. Come onto your fingertips, sit your bottom down. Navasana boat pose, shins parallel to the floor, pull the heart through. Some of you might be able to straighten through the legs. If the spine rounds back, then keep the knees bent. Spread the toes. Lower down halfway, nose in line with toes, scoop the navel. Deep breaths. Lift back up, Navasana boat pose. Lower down again, nose in line with toes. Navasana boat pose, legs straight or bent. Lower down halfway. Bring the feet down. Bend the knees. Open the feet a little wider, let the knees knock together, soften. Have your hands on your belly and breathe deeply into the belly. Big belly breaths. Just releasing the abdomen. Always remind yourself that you did a good job. Remember that this is an experiential practice, not a performance-based practice, even though we're doing all this fun stuff. So as long as you're experiencing something, you're doing really well. Now bring your heels in line with the sit bones, reach your arms alongside your your body, you want to graze the back of the heel with the middle finger. Turn the toes in just slightly. Lift your hips up. Give your bottom a little wiggle, just make sure you're not gripping. Pressing down through the inner heels. Maybe interlace your fingers behind the back. Rock side to side to get the shoulder blades underneath you. Now push forward with the feet energetically as you reach your heart towards your chin. Open the chin away from the chest so you're not flattening out the neck spine. Knees reach forward. Heart reaches back. Find energy between the inner thighs. Pressing down through the inner heels. Setu Bandhasana, bridge pose. Release your hands, roll down one vertebra at a time. Trying to touch every single spine segment to the floor. Take a moment just to release and notice how that affected you. Now either staying here or you can take it to the next step. If you're taking it to the next level, take your hands next to your ears. Open your hands a little wider than you used to. Turn your fingers out a little more. Draw the elbows towards each other, shoulder blades on the back. Heels in line with the sit bones, lift the hips high. Either stay here or see if you can press down, come onto the crown of the head. Draw the elbows back, roll a little more towards the forehead, and then see if you can press straight up. If that doesn't happen for you today, again, just stay where you are. Press into the fingertips. See if you can move the legs towards straight. Draw the sides of the neck back. Again, grounding down through the inner heels, lengthening the tail. 3 more breaths in. Breathing out 1. 2 breaths. Exhaling 2. Last 1. Exhaling 3. Bring your chin towards your chest. Bend the elbows. And slowly coming all the way down. Once again, take a moment just to notice. So you always want to do these in 3. So either coming back into a bridge pose or once again in your own time, you're going to come into wheel pose. Urdhva Dhanurasana. Off you go. Again, 4 more breaths. Inhale 1. Exhale, relax the bottom. Lift Mula Bandha, 3 breaths. Exhaling, pressing into the fingertips, 2 more. Exhale. Last 1. Chin to chest. Slowly come down. Take a moment to allow the muscles of the body to relax. Now hug the knees in towards the belly. Lift your head, wrap your arms around the shins, trying to hold on to opposite elbows. Now keep hold of that and bring the head down to the floor. Eventually you shouldn't feel this in your lower back when you're doing the back bending. It should be more in the upper spine, the more stable vertebra. Bring your feet down to the floor. Lift your hips up, move your hips closer to the right edge of your mat. Either keeping your knees together or to go a little deeper, eagle wrap the legs, right leg on top of the left, double or one swap. Bring your arms out to a T shape, take a deep breath in. On the exhalation, allow the knees to drop all the way over towards the left. You want to keep your right shoulder grounded so it's not lifting off the floor. And that might mean that you have to have the knees a little higher. Try to soften. Looking towards the right hand. Lengthen the right hip away from the right armpit. Soften, soften, soften. And wrap the legs first. If you're in eagle legs, come back to center. Let's take that to the other side. Lift your hips up, move the hips over to the left side of your mat. Either knees together like you did before, or eagle wrap the legs, double or one swap. Arms out to a T shape. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, allow the knees to drop over towards the right. Notice how, as you inhale, the body unravels slightly, and how, as you naturally exhale, you go deeper into the twist without effort. Inhale, you unravel slightly. The exhale takes you a little deeper. Relax the legs, the jaw, the forehead. Next, come back to center. Okay. So you're going to bring yourself up. Now, if you're not coming into an inversion, you can come into child's pose. If you'd like to do this next to the wall, find a wall. Some people like to fold over the front of the mat. It makes it a little easier on the top of the head. This is called Shirshasana A, headstand. Bring the elbows down to the floor. Wrap your fingers around the side of the arms. You want to keep your elbows underneath your shoulders. Now interlace your fingers. You're going to bring the area between the crown and the hairline, so right in the middle there, onto the floor. The pinky fingers will come underneath the back of the head. It's very important that you lift the shoulders away from the ears so the neck is elongated. Now keep that, tuck your toes under. Lift the knees. Now if this is a lot, you can always bring the knees down at any moment. Press your arms into the floor. 70% of weight in the arms, 30% in the head at the beginning until your neck gets stronger. Draw the shoulder blades on the back. Walk your toes in. Either stay here. Some of you will lift one leg up at a time. Or you can try leaning the hips back and lifting the legs up together. Once again, shoulders away from the ears, arms pressing down, 70% of weight in the arms, 30% in the head. You want to draw the lower ribs in so you're not going into the back bend, so there's core support here. Reach up through the legs, squeeze the legs together. Deep breaths in and out through the nose. Spread the toes. 5 more breaths. Inhale 1. Exhale. Inhale 2. Exhaling. Inhale 3. Exhaling. And again. Last one. Either coming down one leg at a time, otherwise bring your legs down together. The tail moves back as the feet lower down. So you'll see my hips go a little past my head there to counterbalance the weight of my legs. Knees to the floor, either sitting upright on your heels or open the heels a little wider and wiggle down into Virasana. You want the heels touching the side of the hips. Make sure the ankles are not sickled, the toes are straight back, pinky toes on the floor. Press your toenails into the floor. Allow the blood to drain from the face. I prefer to stay upright like this once I come down from a headstand because it just allows the neck to decompress. You can reach up through the crown of the head. You want your knees to be close together, not splaying. Listen to all the sounds around you, listening as far as your ear can travel to every little detail. Try to not label the sounds. Coming into the moment. Allow the eyes to float open. Undo your mat if you folded it over. And this is where you get the most benefit from this pose, is when you extend the legs. The Virasana pose, what we were just doing, drains the legs, drains the joints. And then when you open up like this, it just flushes new fluids through the joints, keeping them nice and healthy. Walk your feet all the way forward. Fold forward for a moment. You can hold onto your elbows, reach the elbows down. Lift the shoulders away from your ears. Lifting through the arches of the feet. A micro bend in your knees that you can feel, but I might not be able to see with my eyes. Release your arms, bring your bottom down to the floor. Now we're going to finish off with shoulder stand here. So if you've got any neck issues, please don't do this pose. Instead, you're going to come down onto your back. You'll have your legs up towards the sky. And then just draw the shoulder blades on your back. Now if you've got a hair tie-in, please take it out, because you don't want to distort the back of the neck. If you're going for the shoulder stand, we're going to come into plow first. So bring your feet over your head. Interlace the fingers behind the back. Rock side to side to get the shoulder blades underneath you. Keep the throat open. It's very important that you don't flatten out the neck of the spine, the neck spine. Reach the sit bones up, press the fist down. Taking your hands to your lower back. Lift one leg up, lift the other leg up. Keep the throat open. Press down from the elbows to the shoulders so the weight isn't in the head. Hips move towards your face. Feet move away from you. Keep the forehead soft. Maybe you can walk your hands up a little higher on the back. Keep the throat open. Spread the toes. Press the head down. Slowly bring the feet back over your head, one leg at a time or both together. Bend the knees around the ears. Karpandasana. Again, keep the weight in the shoulders rather than in the head. Throat slightly open. Hands to the floor behind you. You're going to roll the spine down to the floor really slowly. Take a moment to notice. Let the neck relax. Extend the legs. Press into the elbows, open the chest, open the heart. Draw the shoulder blades underneath you. And then bring the crown of the head to the floor just to counterbalance that. Matsyasana, fish pose. Try not to collapse in the chest. Keep the weight lifting up. Lift the chin. And roll yourself down. Getting ready for Shavasana, corpse pose. Open your feet as wide as the mat. So they're a little wider than your hips. Draw the shoulder blades underneath you so there's a presence of a little back bend there. Extend through the arms, palms face up so you're in a receptive pose. And now allow the body to start to soften. Relax your toes. Relax all the muscles in the feet. Imagine that your legs are tied to two pieces of string and they're just dangling down through the floor, just blowing in the wind. Soften the belly, soften the back muscles. Again, take a few deep belly breaths, inflating the belly like a balloon. Exhaling, pressing the air out slowly and gradually, belly towards the spine. A few more times. Inhale, inflate the belly like a balloon. Exhale, releasing. Soften the heart center. Again, imagine that the arms are tied to two pieces of string and they're just dangling down through the floor. Release the fingers, the palms. Take a few moments to really release the back of the neck, where we tend to hold our tension. See if you can release the head like a big bowling ball, feeling it getting heavier and heavier into the earth. Release the top teeth from the bottom teeth so the jaw can relax. Find a comfortable place for the tongue and allow that to melt down into the throat. Eyes widening down to the temples and down to the mat. Forehead spreading. And see if you can even release around the brain, so the softness. You're not gripping or holding on to any thought. Let the thoughts wash over you, coming in. As soon as you notice you're thinking, let the thought go. Again, every time a thought enters the mind, you can notice the thought and label it, I am thinking. And then simply, as soon as you notice, let the thought go. The body gets heavier and heavier and heavier. Please feel free to stay here for as long as you would like. Otherwise, draw your knees one by one in towards your belly. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Drawing your knees in towards your belly. Rock side to side in your lower spine. Rolling over onto your right side. You can use your arm as a pillow. Relax the legs. Relax the head. Breathe deeply into the back body. Letting the head be heavy until the last moment. You're going to sit yourself all the way up so you keep the nervous system soft and relaxed. Come into a comfortable upright position and then finally stack the head on top of the spine. Reach down through the sit bones, sit tall, sit well. Relax the inner thighs. Scan the body from head to toe and just notice how you're feeling. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. Keep the heart lifted as you bow your head forward. Giving thanks to yourself and your body for what it enabled you to do today. Never judging or dwelling on anything that gives you difficulties. Lifting the head, we're going to close our practice the way we began, with 3 sounds of Om. Take a full deep breath in. May the light within me recognize the light, the truth, and the beauty within you. Namaste. Thank you for joining us. For more classes, please visit bemoreyogic.com. Have a wonderful day.